logical brain, there's the limbic brain, and then there's the fear center, the amygdala. Now, if we stay stuck in the amygdala, in the fears, we will become enslaved. We will be stuck in survival mode. And if you're stuck in survival mode, you're going to create a lot of hormones in the limbic system like cortisol, and this is going to cause you to gain weight. You may need soothing, so you're going to eat a lot or drink a lot, and you wanna move above the fear, the amygdala, because a lot of people who are traumatized, there was circumstances that seemed beyond their control. They did not have the skill set, so they got stuck in a fear. 1, 2, or more of the fear responses: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. And that's it. That's the 4. And so what you want to do is you want to meditate. You want to get out of your head. See, what happens is if you're in circumstances that you don't seem to be able to solve, because the brain is past orientated. So what you're going to do is you're going to ruminate, and it's like you're going to loop. And if it's an overload, it's like you're going to get brain freeze. It's like the brain will just shut down. And when you're in that fear center, the amygdala, you're in survival mode, so the heart pumps faster. Can you imagine what that does to your body? I mean, you could have a heart attack. So you want to be peaceful. You don't want to react on your emotions. Remember, they pull you away like 1,000 horses. Why? Because we get afraid. We jump into the fear center of our brain. And then the logical center says, well, you've got to do it's going to tell you what you've done in the past. And if you want to create new synapses and new neural pathways, you've got to do something different. You've got to think outside the box. In companies today, they are doing what it's called positive deviance. You know what positive deviance? You know what deviant means? Outside the norm. It deviates from the norm. And if it deviates from the norm in a negative sense, like a serial killer or sociopath or criminal, it's deviancy. Or the guy who runs nude down the street, that's deviancy. Now, if it goes on the other side, see, we talk about the bell curve, and what society has deemed normal is just where most of the people fit in. It's not necessarily normal, but this is what people perceive. If anything's different from the norm, and the norm is the super culture, the white middle class, the WASP, you know? So anybody that is not in that is different. So then you get all this us versus them. Oh, well, they're black. And we put them in categories, in boxes. And that's what the brain naturally does. That's what the logical brain does. It categorizes and it puts things in boxes. You know, a little kid will get little M&Ms and he'll put all the yellow ones together and all the blue ones together. That's what the brain is telling him to do. But positive deviance, and this is what companies are doing, they're teaching some of their people to think outside the box. And in order to think outside the box, you've got to get out of your head. You've got to, there's many consciousness. If you're in the material world and you're thinking in your logical brain, you're in beta consciousness. And there's people that are stuck in the limbic system. They're emotionally regulated, you know, crazy, but either one of them is not good. If you balance both of them, it's better, but you want to raise your consciousness higher. You want to do some yoga. You want to, this is how you manifest, people. This is how you manifest. This, you stay in your logical brain, you are going to do the status quo. You're going to do what people tell you. You're going to have a monkey brain. Do not let somebody define you. You are the authors of your own life. You are the authors of your own life. You can control your thoughts. You can control what you focus on and what you feel. Remember, if you feel angry or all that, just throw them in the recycle bin. And then delete them. Now, if you raise yourself above that, most of that is fear response. There are only two reactions, my friends. One of them is reacting in love or reacting in fear. When people are nasty to you, it's a fear response. And probably a cry for help. But if you help them, because remember, when I talked about allegory of the cave, that's all they know is the shadow people. And if you try to get them out, you see, because as soon as you move in something different, the brain is going to secrete hormones and go, unsafe. So you're going to feel some anxiety. But this is all if you're in the three-dimensional world. Like medicine's three-dimensional. How do you get well? Well, they use three-dimensional surgery, pills and all that. But there are people who have healed themselves or have even stayed young at an older age just by learning this. And let me tell you something else, folks. You know, the trouble we have today is we don't put anything in context. Well, we have a breakup, so we deal with that breakup. Or that breakup, or this situation. But everything is happening for a reason. It's like something is moving you. It's trying to teach you lessons. And if you look at it all in context of the whole, you know, don't got tunnel vision. Look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Like me, I once was very perfect body, very beautiful girl, but I had nothing inside. I was that beautiful jeweled box, and when you opened it, there was nothing. I was empty. So I decided to focus on going on a journey within. And I kind of went into my little hermit's cave. Although I went on a misadventure with this Richard Grannon, and he smear canned me, pained me all over the place. He called me a narcissist. He called me crazy. He made me homeless, and then he smear campaigned me, calling me a bum, calling me a good for nothing. While he